Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Joshua Casper. I'm here with Isotonik Studios, and today we're checking out the Bussification Ableton Live Pack, which is part of the PerforModule series by Isotonik Studios. The first thing I'm going to do is show you the audio example that I've set up here. What I have here is a hip-hop track that I'm working on. I have one group which has a number of different bussification modules applied to a number of different areas, a number of different tracks, and then I have the same track on a group with no bussification module. Other than that, the two tracks are completely identical except for the negative 2 dB that I have on the bussification track, and that's because the modules have added a bit of gain to the track itself, and I want to be able to get essentially effective gain matching so we can understand better of how the audio is being changed rather than just it being louder and sounding better because it's louder. So I knocked off 2 dB, so the volume is about the same, but the sound is different because of the module. So let's go ahead and listen and see if we can hear the difference. Okay, so there is a huge difference, and all of the difference between the two is because of modules from the bussification pack. What I really like about what's been done to the audio is that it's made it warmer, it's made it more lo-fi, which is kind of what you want with this style of hip-hop track, and it's really made things sound cohesive. It's made the sounds sound as if they're supposed to be together, while the other one is cleaner. Some of the sounds are louder and brighter. I don't really think that fits well with this style of music. So I was really happy when I put the bussification modules into the track, and they did exactly what I thought they would do, which is, of course, give me that lo-fi warm sound. So let's talk a little bit about the pack. When you install the pack after you download, it's actually going to install right inside of the official packs from Ableton. So it's going to be in the Places section of the browser. If you click Packs, you'll see it right here, Bussification. And one thing that I really like about packs from Isotonik Studios is that you can right click and show default lesson, which is going to open the info view over here, and it's going to tell you what Isotonik feels is important about the pack. Any other pack from Ableton Live will allow you to do the same. So show default lesson about the Latin percussion, that's right there. And I think that's really great because there's jam-packed with information that's useful. So if I open up these, you'll see that all this pack is a set of audio effect racks, and there are two drum racks. One's for the core kit, one's for the percussion kit. The core kit will be the main kick and snare, the percussion, congas and bongos. Instruments are going to be bass, bowed, horn, keys, laryngical, melody, plucked, strummed, and wind. Now, most of those are pretty self-explanatory, and the fact is you're going to want to drop those on the bus or the group or the channel with that type of instrument. So if I have a bass group or a bass track, I'd want to drop the bass effect rack onto that track. But what is laryngical? Larynx is, of course, a part of the throat, which helps you to speak and to talk. Some people don't know that, but the cool thing about this pack is that we can go to the info view over here and we can see that laryngical is for vocals. Awesome. So if you have a vocal on the track, you're going to want to use that one. The final section here is special, which gives us two return auxiliary bus style effects, which I have on my return tracks here in Ableton Live. But one is dirt, so we can expect distortion and saturation, and the other one is space, so we can expect reverb and maybe some funky multiband compression to push sounds further back or bring them up front. And then we have three master bus racks. Now, these aren't master bus racks that you might be thinking of when you first hear master bus. These are meant to help your tracks sound like they're being played through a different medium. So we have cassette tape, CD, and vinyl recording. Cassette tape is pretty straightforward. There are only two knobs here. There's a fidelity knob and there is a hiss knob. So fidelity is the quality of the playback, and the hiss is the hiss that is acquired after you've used a tape for so many times or for so long. But don't let the fact that there's just two knobs here fool you. This is actually a quite intricate rack. And if we come into the map, we can see that there is a lot going on that is controlled just by those two knobs. So that's pretty sweet. The CD we can expect to be a cleaner output than the cassette, and of the vinyl we can expect to have some noise control and stuff like that. But if you look again, these are really intricate racks that have quite a lot going on inside of them. We even have stylus quality, which I mean isn't actually stylus quality, but it's emulating the quality of the stylus, how it will affect the playback through the vinyl. So there's just a ton going on these, but I don't want to spend too much time here. Another thing that is pretty cool is the instrument racks are all pretty much set up the same way. You're going to have the juice, which is going to make things louder and bigger sounding, tone tilt, tone highlight, Totten. Now the Totten is going to be an EQ setting that is specifically designed to add or take away from the certain instrument you're using. So keys are in general EQ'd a certain way when compared to the way a horn or brass section might be EQ'd. So the Totten has certain EQ points, values, and peaks, which you can either add a lot of or take away from. So that's just something to think about there. And then we're going to get to the parallel saturation, which for me, using these modules inside of this hip hop track was just awesome. Let's go ahead and jump into the track and listen to the drum section for a second. So here I have the drums, and if I come in, so that's with the module. That's without the module. But what I want to do right now is play with this parallel saturation one to show you what's happening, because it sounds so great when applied to hip hop drums. I mean, I just think it adds so much character and so much warmth to the output as opposed to it just being by itself. I'm really happy with the overall sound, and I really like the way the pack was laid out and kind of just tells you, hey, if you have horns, this is the one for the horns. And I really like that approach to it, and I'm excited to be using this pack in the future. Anyway, I hope you learned something. Go to Isotonik Studios website to check it out, and we'll see you next time. Peace.